Well, thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to be in Taiwan and an honor to be invited at this wonderful conference. So thank you very much for sharing different ideas about education and technology and AI, what we're going to be talking about today. So, to start with, I'm going to show you a few numbers on the screen which relate to AI in general, in different industries, our society. So just take a few minutes to think about what they could mean.
好的，首先呢，我想要谢谢大家邀请我来到台湾这里呢，很高兴有机会能够参加这次的会议，听听大家分享对于教育还有可能心理学以及 AI 相关的想法。首先呢，我们想要来看看一些数字，请大家来看一下画面上的这些数字，想想看它们到底有什么意义。它们基本上呢都是关于 AI 的研究，还有跟产业应用以及对我们的社会影响有关的研究数字。
Okay. So just put them on the screen. And think about AI in general and what the numbers could mean. These numbers are taken from different studies and show statistics about people's perception about AI in general.
所以呢，画面上的这些数字呢，它们就是有关于一些 AI 的整体研究。请大家想一想，这些数字的意义是什么？它们来自于很多不同的调查、不同的研究数据，然后呢是显示出来大家对于 AI 有什么样子的观点跟想法。
I'll give you another 10 seconds.
再10秒。
Okay, 1 million. ChatGPT had 1 million users within 5 days of its release. 1 in 10 cars will be self-driving by 2030. Over 60% of business owners think that AI will increase productivity. Over 75% of the consumers who were surveyed are concerned about misinformation from AI. More than half believe that AI will improve written content. And 77% are concerned that AI will cause job loss within the next year. Again, this is different statistics and studies compiled by Forbes that show people's perception about AI in our society.
好，我们来看这几个数字。首先，第一个是100万，100万呢就是 ChatGPT 在首次开放的5天里面就有100万的使用者。那1/10是什么呢？就是2030年的时候，10辆车里面就会有一辆是自驾车。接着呢，是有超过60%的受访企业主认为 AI 可以提高他们的生产力，但是也有超过75%的受访消费者担心 AI 会提供错误的资讯，有超过1半的人相信 AI 可以改善书写的内容，可是也有77%的人担心 AI 会造成他们明年就丢了他们的工作。这些研究数据呢，都是来自各种不同的研究，然后是由富比士这边收集撰写出来的结果。
Now, since we are at an educational conference, obviously we'll be talking about education today, but I just wanted to remind you to keep these ideas that they relate to many different industries in our society as a whole.
因为今天是教育科学的会议，所以呢，我就把重点放在教育方面。但是大家要记住，这些内容、这些重点，事实上也适用在很多其他的产业。
Okay, so before we delve into it, let's answer the question. So what is AI? We all have different definitions. We've read, I'm sure, a whole lot of definitions around the world. According to a white paper published by the EU Commission, AI is a collection of technologies that combine data and algorithms and computing power to execute different tasks which humans can also execute.
首先，我们先来回答一个问题：什么是 AI？什么是人工智慧哦？基本上呢，全球各地大家有各种不同的定义。我们在这里呢，就使用欧盟委员会的白皮书里面的定义。他们认为呢 ，AI 就是集合了数据、演算法跟运算能力的技术，然后可以执行人类的任务到某个程度。
So you can think of it as being a form of intelligence that is used to solve problems, answer questions, make predictions, and give us strategic suggestions.
所以呢，你可以把它想成是一种智能的形式，它可以解决问题，或者是呢去回答一些问题的，提供答案，或做一些预测，或提供策略性的建议。
But how does it work? We all use AI in our everyday life, and some of us probably don't even think about it or realize. But one example is Face ID. How many of you unlock your phones with facial recognition? I'm one of them. So facial recognition is a feature which was introduced that uses artificial intelligence, and it basically helps us to unlock our phones when we're in a hurry. We don't have to type a password or use any patterns.
所以呢，我们大家怎么样 ？AI 是怎么运作呢？事实上，我们日常生活都常常用到 AI 哦，大家可能没有注意到而已。像第一个例子就是 Face ID， 大家都会用 Face ID 来解锁你的手机嘛。那它事实上就是一种人工智慧，可以帮助我们快速的去解锁手机，而不需要去输入密码或是画图形。
Voice digital assistants such as Siri, Cortana, Alexa, from giving you directions to where to go for your favorite lunch spot, to the weather over the weekend. These digital assistants also use AI algorithms and generation to give back answers.
那此外呢，我们的语音数位助理呢，也是一个例子，像 Cortana、Alexa 或者是 Siri 都是这样子的例子，它可以帮助我们导航、查询天气等等。他们就是用演算法得到答案，然后再生成答案给你。
So what about AI in education, and how can it benefit students and teachers? So the use of AI has enabled personalized learning, which gives lots of benefits, not just to teachers, but to students. I've given you a few examples here that I'm sure you're familiar with, especially probably Duolingo, which is quite popular. But an example is that AI uses technology which can personalize instructions for students' level and pace. It also is crucial for personalized learning by using machine learning algorithms to analyze data and student performance. And by this way, it can provide tailored feedback, which helps students with their learning experience.
那么在 AI 教育方面呢，它又有什么样子的好处呢？它可以为师生带来什么样子的好处？首先呢，当然是个人化学习。个人化学习对于老师跟学生事实上都有帮助。那在这边举出了一些例子，像 Duolingo 可能很多人都知道去使用。那 AI 事实上呢，如果在运用在学习方面，事实上是可以运用科技来配合学生的程度，还有速度来调整教学，也就是因材施教。所以呢，他们可以利用机器学习跟演算法去分析资料。辨识学生的行为还有表现，然后配合特定的个人需求来帮助他改善学习成果。
AI can also recommend learning resources, suggest areas for improvement, and adjust the difficulty of the learning tasks to match students' level. In this way, slightly weaker students can have appropriate tasks, and students that are more advanced can be challenged at their level. It can also use different data to help them with their learning experience.
AI 可以提供学生一些适当的学习资源的推荐，然后告诉他们可以改善的地方是哪里，调整他们学习任务的难度。这样子呢，程度比较弱的学生也不会觉得那么的痛苦，前段班的学生还可以获得更多的挑战。因此呢，透过这些资料的运算 AI 可以帮助学生的整个学习体验都变得更好。
So by providing personalized learning, research has shown that students are much more motivated and engaged, and they achieve really great results which are showing their potential. Students can also use chatbots, and with chatbots, students can get instant feedback, they can get answers to different questions, and this can help them with their problem-solving skills.
那此外呢，透过这样子的个人化学习，可以让学生更投入，然后学习动机也更强，导致他们的学业表现更好，更能够发挥他们的潜力。而且呢，学生也可以使用聊天机器人，这些聊天机器人可以让学生获得及时的回馈，然后他们的问题得到解答，也可以让他们解决问题的能力提升。
So AI-based personalized training and learning has been implemented in various contexts, such as K-12 schools, colleges, and training organizations. It can also help teachers, especially with automated scoring and assessment. Automated scoring is fast, and capabilities are developing really, really fast nowadays. This can also help teachers by lowering their workload and giving them time to focus on more important things such as providing the right content and the right learning experience for their students.
那此外呢 ，AI 呢的个人化学习这种东西，已经在很多教育场景里面我们都看到了，从幼教到小学到高等教育到企业训练都有使用。此外 ，AI 也可以提供老师很多的帮助，像是自动评分的这样子的功能，还有自动评鉴，他们的能力呢不断的在扩大。自动评分这种工具可以减少老师的工作负担，让老师可以把心力放在更重要的地方，比方说是教课的内容啊，还有就是让学生有更好的学习体验等。
So what are some advancements that we've seen lately? I'm sure that everyone here, or most of you, have heard of or even tried ChatGPT and GPT-3, which is a large language model, and these large language models have really shown the rapid breakthrough in AI advancements.
那这个领域目前有哪一些进展呢？大家可能都已经听说过，或者是用过 ChatGPT 或是 GPT-3。这些呢，就是大型语言模型 LLM， 那他们已经突破了人工智慧系统的能力极限。
So they have demonstrated impressive abilities in natural language processing. They use large amounts of data and great computational power to return answers to us. These large language models can translate, summarize, answer questions, and solve problems for us.
所以在自然语言处理这方面呢，这些语言模型呢，事实上表现出了令人印象深刻的能力。他们可以使用大量的资料跟复杂的运算资源，来做到像是翻译、摘要，或者是解决问题，或是提供我们问题相关的答案、回答问题的能力。
So the growth of large language models can have significant impact on education as a whole, teaching, learning, and assessment. These models can be utilized to develop interactive tutoring systems, provide tailored feedback, and promote collaborative learning among students. As we mentioned, the use of chatbots can promote peer-to-peer learning by providing interactive communication among different students, which can help them achieve better results.
那这种大型语言模型的发展呢，对于整个教育界，然后不管是教学、学习，或者是在评分方面，都可以产生很大的影响。他们可以开发一些互动式的教学系统，让学生有一些量身定制的回馈，也帮助学生之间可以去增进他们的协作，然后加强他们的学习体验。比方说，他们可以用聊天机器人，然后去进行一些互动式的对话，也可以去做到更多的同侪互相之间的学习跟合作。
Furthermore, large language models can have the potential to democratize access to high-quality education by bridging socioeconomic, linguistic, and geographical divides. These AI-driven platforms can help those students in underfunded schools have access to educational resources and support which normally would not be provided to them. In that way, children from all backgrounds can have equal opportunities to succeed. Using AI in education can result in individualized, flexible, and successful learning experiences that better prepare students for the constant changing global environment.
此外呢，这种大型语言模型呢，也可以去实现高品质的教育机会的民主化，去弥补整个社经地位、还有语言以及地理因素方面的差距。这些由 AI 驱动的平台，可以让一些资金或是资源比较不足的学校，去获得他们需要的资源跟支持，使得不同背景的儿童都可以有公平的机会获得成功。在教育当中呢，使用 AI 可以带来个人化、弹性，还有成功的学习经验，让学生为不断变化的全球环境做好准备。
For example, ChatGPT will be undoubtedly beneficial for teachers by providing them content for lesson planning, curricular, and assessment strategies. They will have access to greater diversity of content, and in that way, they can assist their students in expanding their knowledge and learning strategies. And this way, it could become a great, irreplaceable tool for teachers. So, for example, just recently, as I was researching certain things for this presentation, I found out that OpenAI, which released ChatGPT, is planning to release very soon a tool for teachers which will help them with prompts for designing lessons, designing quizzes, tests in the classroom, and also reducing anxiety for the students and helping them with critical thinking.
那 ChatGPT 这个例子呢，它就是一个很好的例子，它可以帮助老师去规划教案相关的内容啊，还有评分的方式等等，让老师可以获得更多样化、丰富的内容，去帮助学生扩展知识。它可以说是对于老师们来说是一个非常棒，而且呢难以取代的工具。而且呢，最近为了这次的演讲，我做了一些研究，然后我发现 ChatGPT 背后这间公司 OpenAI， 他们事实上正在规划要推出教学使用的工具，也就是呢，它有提供你们可以使用在 ChatGPT 的一些 prompt 一些提示，然后让 ChatGPT 帮老师去生成测验啊、考试啊，或是教案，让他们在学校里面可以使用，而且也可以减少学生的焦虑，提高他们进行批判性思考的能力。
However, the development and spread of these systems do not come without challenges and concerns. For example, there are admission offices in the US, different colleges, who are debating the acceptance and the use of AI written admissions essays. Some of the questions that they're tackling are, should they allow them? If yes, how much of the admissions essay should be written by AI? If they allow this, what about students who have limited resources and access to online access? How fair is it to these students? So some of these questions and others are at the forefront of different organizations, institutions, and even governments' agenda for the use of AI. So these concerns and questions relate to ethics, equality, diversity and inclusion, privacy and security, bias, transparency, explainability, interpretability, the need for reliable and accurate data to inform the AI algorithms, fairness, cost, and of course the need for training and professional development for teachers to effectively implement AI-based personalized learning.
那这些系统的开发跟普及，事实上也带来了很多挑战跟隐忧。比方说，美国很多大学的这些招生的单位呢，都已经开始在讨论，到底要不要允许学生使用人工智慧生成的这些论文来申请入学？那应该要允许吗？如果要允许的话，是不是要设定一个比例，是多少百分比的这个内容是可以人工智慧生成的？可是如果他们允许了的话，那有一些学生他们可能真的没有资源去上网，或是使用这些网络资源，对他们来说这样公平吗？所以在很多组织、很多企业或者是政府，他们在讨论的时候，事实上都会顾虑到这些考量。那这些考量除了刚刚讲的以外，还有关于伦理学、关于平等、多元跟共融、关于隐私跟安全、关于偏见、透明度、可解释性，还有可诠释性，以及呢，我们有没有能够提供可靠跟准确的数据来为 AI 演算法提供相关的内容，还有它公不公平、它的成本，以及教师也要经过训练跟专业发展，才可以有效的去利用 AI 来做到个人化学习。
So some principles have been proposed aiming at minimizing the risks of AI technology and enlarging the benefits of AI to the public by ensuring ethical, conscious development of AI models. For example, data bias and fairness, unbalanced training of adaptation data, improper modeling decisions, bad data quality, quantity, diversity, and misrepresentation can cause bias. Privacy and trustiness. User privacy is a key issue that must be considered in AI ethics. So the importance of respecting user privacy should be at the forefront. Model interpretability. The interpretability of AI and large language models is an important aspect of their usability. If we can answer the question and understand how the AI model came to a certain prediction, we won't be able to talk about its reliability and use. So many large language models could be criticized specifically for this. So when students are learning large language models, one thing that we need to teach them and be very conscious about is the fact that we need to tell them to not trust the model's answers 100%, and they need to also refer to external sources to be able to check the validity of these answers.
那么目前呢，大家已经有提出一些原则，希望有意识的去确保整个 AI 模型的发展是符合伦理的，让 AI 的风险可以降到最低，而且呢，对大众的好处可以达到最大化。那这些原则有包括数据偏误跟公平性，也就是呢，要考虑到这个 AI 模型它是不是有受到不平衡的训练，或是不正确的建模决策，或者是呢对于数据的错误解读，这些呢都有可能导致 AI 产出的结果是出现一些偏误，然后品质不佳。此外呢，隐私跟可信度也是重要的一点，用户的隐私是在人工智慧的伦理当中要考虑到的一个关键的重点。因此呢，也必须要去教育这个人工智慧教育当中的重点是要尊重用户的隐私。第三个是模型的可解释性，不管是 AI 或者是大型语言模型 LLM， 可解释性都非常的重要。因为如果没有办法去充分的了解这个模型它为什么会得到这个预测，或的话，我们就没有办法去评估这个模型到底能不能用，或是它的结果到底可不可靠。那很多大型的语言模型呢，都有可能是因为它们生成的结果不准确而受到批评。所以在学生在使用 LLM 的时候，对于教育者来说，我们要教育他们的是，不要让他们100%的相信这些模型生成的答案，他们一定要同时使用一些外部资源，才可以去验证这些答案是不是正确。
So having seen some of the main concerns, what can we do to tackle these problems? So when we talk about the AI, we often refer to the model we've developed and trained as the black box due to the complexity and unexplainability and the nature of the model. To unpack this complexity and address the concerns that we addressed a minute ago, I'll talk a little bit about what we call model cards. So model cards are frameworks for reporting information about what the trained machine learning model is and how well it works. They include information about the context of the model, as well as the model performance results. Model cards are intended to accompany a model after careful review has confirmed that the unforeseeable benefits outweigh the unforeseeable risks of the use of the model.
那为了我们刚刚已经讲到了这一些主要大家担忧的地方，那我们现在要怎么去解决这些问题呢？事实上，我们每次讲到 AI 的模型的时候，我们常常都会说它是一个黑盒子，因为呢，这个模型本身呢，可能是有非常的多的复杂性跟不可解释性，所以感觉就很像黑盒子。那我们必须要解开这种复杂性，跟解决刚刚我们讲出来的问题。所以呢，我们现在要讲一个所谓叫做 Model Cards 模型卡。模型卡基本上它就是一个框架，要让大家去回报说，今天一个受过训练的机器学习模型，它的内容到底有哪些资讯，还有它的运作到底是有多好。所以这个模型卡 Model Card 里面就是有这个模型训练的整个脉络相关的资讯，还有这个模型的性能的结果。它的目的呢，就是它应该要跟着模型一起发出来，然后这个模型呢，应该要非常经过很仔细的审查，确保说它在使用的时候是可预见的优点会大于可预见的风险，所以这个模型出来的时候，应该要跟着模型卡一起出来。
So model cards are just one approach to increasing transparency between developers, users, stakeholders, and they're both flexible in scope and specificity. The usefulness and accuracy of a model card relies on the integrity of the creators of the model card itself, and it is therefore important to consider model cards as one transparency tool among many. The British Council is advocating for the implementation of the model card approach, especially in areas of machine scoring, since model cards are comprehensive guides offering a holistic view of a particular machine learning model, describing its functionality and architecture, target audience, and the data used to train the model. They're a step in the right direction, but a more comprehensive strategy is needed. This broader strategy should ensure that AI systems and technologies are free of bias and adhere to principles of accessibility, transparency, and fairness.
所以呢，模型卡它事实上只是一种方法，它要提高机器学习的模型，还有系统的开发者、使用者跟利害关系人之间，他们可以更有透明度，了解彼此在做什么。那模型卡要发挥它的作用，而且它要做到非常准确呢，就要看这个做卡片的人本身是不是有足够的诚信。所以呢，我们应该要把模型卡视为很多种不同的透明度工具的其中之一。而英国文化协会目前呢，我们正在宣导要去实施这种模型卡的做法，尤其是在那些使用机器评分的地区。模型卡可以作为一种全面性的指南，让我们去了解一个机器学习模型它整体的状况是怎么样，它的功能、它的架构，还有它的目标受众，以及它在训练阶段使用了什么样子的数据。这是朝着正确的方向迈出一步，但是我们需要更全面的策略，来确保 AI 系统跟技术不会有偏误，而且可以遵守可及性、透明度跟公平性的原则。
So it's quite difficult to try and estimate the impact of something developing exponentially like AI. We don't really know where the technology will be in the next 10 or even 5 years. And without trying to make predictions and assumptions, without a crystal ball, it's a little bit difficult to know for sure, or even to assume things which could take a completely different direction. So to try and maybe guess the future impact, I summarized relevant information from the British Council's recent Future of English published study, which is a global research project about the future of English, and it is freely downloadable on the British Council's website. So from the many trends identified, I chose the ones which talk specifically about technology and AI. Technology in one form or another is here to stay. Decisions need to be made about making it accessible and equitable for all.
那我们要估计这种像人工智慧呈指数型发展的这种东西的影响，事实上是非常困难的。我们没有办法知道5年、10年后这个技术会怎么样。所以呢，没有水晶球，我们想要展望未来也很难。那我在这里呢，就想要总结英国文化协会最近发表的《英语的未来》这个研究的相关资讯。这个研究呢是关于全球英语在未来的发展状况。 那在网站上面都可以下载这个档案。在这个报告里面呢，我想要特别提一下关于科技跟 AI 的趋势。首先呢，不论形式，不管是什么形式的科技，都会继续的存在。而我们必须要做出好的决策，让所有人都可以公平跟取得这些科技。
So the use of AI to translate and assess language could be a step change in language use, learning, and assessment. AI may reduce the need for multilingualism. Why learn a new language when you can use an app to easily translate? AI will also be a disruptive technology, especially in the areas of assessment and content generation. Once designers acquire a good understanding of methodology, with startups rather than multinationals dominating.
那使用 AI 来做翻译或者是评估语言呢，可能就会在语言使用、还有语言学习跟评分方面出现非常重大的变化。AI 可能会导致大家对多语言技术的需求降低，因为如果你用一个 App 就可以进行翻译的话，你就不用学另外一个语言啦。此外 ，AI 也是一个颠覆性的技术，尤其是在评分还有内容生成的领域。一旦这些设计师可以充分掌握这方法论之后呢，会占据主导地位的就会是一些新创企业，而不是跨国公司了。
AI has the potential to make teaching and learning more cost-effective and provide access to more people, but it is not clear if the technology is sufficient and advanced, or what the implications might be for teacher training and the education system as a whole. AI in assessment is desirable, but not as a replacement for human scorers, but in partnership with them. One way that AI is being used already is in auto-scoring, which is especially useful for the productive skills. Using technology to provide access to the excluded means providing non-standardized, individualized learning. The case for technology to provide students with the quantity and quality of language input, which is not available in the classroom, with the ongoing integration of learning in and outside the classroom.
AI 也可以让教学跟学习更有成本效益，让有更多人有机会会接触到这些资源。但是我们现在还没有办法去确认这样子的技术到底够不够，然后也有没有足够的先进可以做到这一点。我们也没有办法很清楚的说明它对于老师的培训跟整个教育系统可能会产生什么样子的影响。举例来说，用 AI 来做评估或评分呢，是大家都很想要的，但是它不能取代人类的评分。而是要跟人类来进行一起合作。AI 已经很常被用来做自动评分，但是这种评分呢，在有生产力的技能方面是特别有用的。此外呢，如果使用到科技的话，可以让那些本来被排除在外的人，可以再度去接触到教育，也就是说，他们可以有非标准化的个人学习的这样子的模型提供给他们。但重点呢，就是科技的目的事实上是要为学生提供更多在课堂上无法提供的大量还有高品质的语言输入，以及协助学生在课堂内外的学习呢，都可以整合在一起。
So UNESCO believes that AI has the potential to address some of the biggest challenges in education today, innovate teaching and learning practices, and accelerate progress while acknowledging that the multiple risks and challenges associated with technological development have so far outpaced policy debates and regulatory frameworks.
联合国教科文组织认为 ，AI 很有可能可以解决当今教育当中面临的很多挑战。 然后也可以创新教学的实践，加快进步。但是呢，也承认与科技发展相关的各种风险跟挑战，到目前为止呢，已经速度快到政策辩论还有监管框架都来不及去处理的地步。
Okay. So as a summary, I just like to leave you with 2 quotes. One is from Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, who says, "It is not a faith in technology, it's faith in people." And that quote to me represents the fact that we have to have the human in the loop for technology, at least for the foreseeable future. And the second one is from the famous science fiction author Arthur Clarke, who says, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." So yes, technology in a way is magic.
那在最后总结这边呢，我想要跟大家分享的就是2句来自名人的引言哦。首先是 Apple 的创办人 Steve Jobs 他所说的，就是我们要信仰的并不是科技，而是人。所以呢，不管如何，在整个发展过程当中，人都是不能被排除在外的。第二个呢，就是我们很有名的一位科幻小说作家 Arthur Clarke 他所说的，就是任何有非常进步的科技出现的时候，看起来都会像是魔法，而这一切看起来确实就像魔法。谢谢。
Well, thank you very much. 谢谢你。
我们再一次掌声，热烈的掌声，谢谢 Rados 的分享，可以先回座位休息。